The Chris Evans Breakfast Show with Sky.
This book, for example, this current book that we're talking about, The Sting. Okay, so when you set out to write The Sting, what did you do first? Do you plan it? Do you have a big sheet of paper? Do you come up with your characters first? Is it how you feel that day? Is it because you've been somewhere and you think, oh, that would be a great location for the next thing I want to write about?
I came up with the character. I mean, The Sting is about a young lad called Tommy. And it starts when he's 12 years old, and within the first few chapters, his life's torn apart. But the main part of the book is he gets put in a children's home on his 13th birthday, and he meets a skinhead girl in there who's called Scratch. I mean, her nickname, she self-harms, and it's about their relationship because as time goes on, something happens between them.
Are these inspired by people you've met or things you've read about, or what?
Well, I mean, I did have friends in a children's home in Dagenham. I've made up a fictional children's home here, but I did have friends in a children's home in Dagenham. So I have 3 or 4 friends in the children's home in Dagenham. But it was nothing to do. No, it's fiction, all right.
No, I get that. But see,
I love creating stories.
So what you've been doing then, maybe you didn't start till you were 38 because whatever tells us to do whatever it is we're meant to do, said what you need to do, but I can't tell you why, is you need to go and live a life first, and then by the time you're 35, between 35 and 40, you can stop, and then you just write about what you've done. But, of course, not directly, but indirectly.
Indirectly, yeah, because it is still fiction. All my characters are fiction. I mean, don't get me wrong, in my first book, Billy Joe, there might have been some antics with me and my friends when, especially when I get drunk and I get up and sing a bit of Chaz and Dave and things like that. But I do love a bit of Chaz and Dave,
I'd have a nice hat with you, I think. No, but it's a brilliant story.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I'm 52, you're 67, so you're 51-ish, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'm 51,
So this is it, you're going to crack on, yeah?
Oh, I'll write till I die.
No writer's block, no fear, nothing?
No. And also, what a wonderful job to have at my age. I mean, I'm going through the menopause. I couldn't think of anything worse than getting on a train now every day and piling myself on there, not getting a seat. Right. Do you know what I mean? I can just sit on my bed.
OK, and of course you knew Kira, but you hadn't worked with her via your dad.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, they did Pirates together many years ago.
And you were around for the filming of it. That was hilarious. What was it like to watch your dad make Pirates of the Caribbean? Did you want to be? Did you just want to? My dad's playing and getting paid for it. This is like having the most fun ever.
Yeah. No, he was having a blast, and I was. I went out to set, but he had these like barnacles on his face. So it was like the most. Yeah. It took 8 hours every morning in the makeup chair.
It's hideous.
I was just very impressed by his patience there.
Okay, and you were a soldier as well.
Yeah.
So it says I read that you joined up for national service in Sweden. So you still have to sign up. So you're not conscripted then. It's not automatic.
Well, it is now. And this was kind of on the verge of like going from, it used to be mandatory, but now it isn't. And when I served, you could get out of it, but technically it was mandatory.
You better for it, do you think, as a person?
I think it was, yeah, I'm glad I did it. I'm definitely glad I did it.
2.1 billion streams for your first single, Take Me to Church. Yeah. Quite incredible. 2.1 billion?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a bit mad, isn't it? Is that right? Is that not a typo?
No, I think it's a big number.
That's a third of the planet.
I haven't been counting, thankfully, but it's a big number. Yeah. I try not to think about it. I just keep that at a
numbers the Beatles wouldn't have even dared to dream about.
Streaming is a funny one because we're starting to count people listening to songs, right. Because as you say, sales are different nowadays and people aren't exactly. So, when you have a song and you love it, you can listen to it 100 times, you can listen to it 1,000. So it's just adding all that up. So, it's a remarkable figure. Yeah, I'm very proud of that song. I'd heard that story before that his label didn't want to touch Bohemian Rhapsody with it. Everyone thought he was insane, And to be fair,
he was a bit.
Yeah, which
is why it was so good.
Yeah, it's such an unlikely piece of music to try and release it as a single. But there's real encouragement in that, and I think when people have access to hearing a song there's all these modes as to what could be a hit or what couldn't be a hit. And Church, in a lot of ways, I had no idea there was no very unlikely sort of hit, very unlikely radio song at the time. To be honest.
2.1 billion streams later.
I know, yeah.
On a lonely planet, try to keep a hold of all our expectations. The love's of power out of our control. You can go searching to find someone
your present.
All right.
I've got your little present here.
Is this from the show?
No, this is from last night, because I was going to cook you something, but I was busy.
Busy doing what?
It was Lisa's birthday.
Oh, how's Lisa doing?
She's very good, so I bought you some of her birthday cake. And
That's
it's got a
nice,
rose on
isn't it?
top for you.
Thank
There,
you very
look.
much. Does Lisa know we have some of her birthday cake?
Well, she does, yes, because it's gluten-free and vegan.
All right.
Because her sister is vegan. Are
Who
you
made
vegan?
this?
I'm vegan.
Who made this?
Lily Vanilli, great...
Lily Vanilli,
Nice.
right up there with Jack the Clipper, the barber from last week.
Lily Vanilli, great cake maker in London.
Lily Vanilli.
And honestly, go online, order a cake, anything you like. It's done within 24 hours. She's ace.
Now, I do love cake. This is a very big piece of cake.
That's a big piece of cake, Chris, but you look good with it.
Okay.
There you go. Now you know what it's like for me and Greg.
We're going in.
That's it.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's good, isn't
It's
it?
not vegan.
Yeah, first thing in the morning.
It sort of like crystallises in your mouth, doesn't it?
That's not bad, considering that it's gluten-free
Oh, wow.
and vegan.
Kevin, last year, very good year for you.
Yes.
As good as it gets or not?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How did you finally win Strictly? How did you do that? What did you do, what did you do differently, Kevin?
I think it was Stacey. She after the first couple of weeks, we were getting sort of 4s and 5s from the judges, and it wasn't going that great. And she went, "Oh, I'm really enjoying this. I don't want to leave straight away. I want to stay in for as long as possible, but I realise that I'm not very good. I think we need to do more hours." And she just decided that she wanted to do 14-hour training days, which is harder than I've ever worked on Strictly. So we were doing 8 in the morning till 10 at night training days, and she just put the hours in. She really, really worked hard at it, and she was brilliant. And I think she was really genuine on the show. Not that my other partners haven't been; they've all been brilliant as well. But I don't know, like there's something about Stacey.
No,
like,
there really was.
she was just amazing.
Yeah.
And, I think she really deserved it.
She should run for Prime Minister. She should join the new Independent Party.
Yeah, right.
Because she'd definitely be. I'd vote for her.
Yeah, so would I. Everyone just seems to love Strictly more and more, and it is like you say, it's a real nice family atmosphere there. It's really nice. I really enjoy it.
Good for you, Joe. Have you had the call? You knew this was coming. This question.
I know, I was waiting for this. I think I did get asked. I think lots of myself and lots of my Downton counterparts did get asked a few years ago. But I'm a bit nervous. I don't like doing things unless I know I'm quite good at them.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think I mean, I used to love dancing, but I just wouldn't be able to follow the choreography. And I just stick to the things I can do and leave the rest to.
but on stage, that your job is full of choreography.
Well,
it's
yeah,
just called
but it's a
acting instead of
different
dancing.
kind of choreography that I find much easier. So, yeah.
You don't know till you've tried it. And by the way, there's only 2 nights left to go and see this. I don't know if you heard about this play called 9 Nights. Have you heard about this play?
I went to see it on Tuesday.
You've not been introduced yet. You're not here.
Sorry. Sorry. Said a voice, said a mystery voice, said a mystery. It's
my other voice.
It's a premonition from the
Let's introduce
future.
the mighty Hadland. Should we believe Kevin's story about Miranda's Christmas party?
Yes, absolutely. That's absolutely what happened.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it was her birthday party at Christmas.
I can add a few details to this.
Okay.
It was her birthday party, and we were all upstairs having a lovely time, and it was Richard Curtis and Emma Freud's
house.
and their house. And
is it in Notting Hill? Is it?
I couldn't possibly divulge that, but it is lovely.
We think
And they are lovely.
We think it has to be by law.
Okay, I'm not prepared to divulge that. And then we went down to what's like a sort of disco room, and there was Kevin and Susan waltzing, and we were all just standing there going, woo!
You didn't mention that Susan was there as well.
Didn't I?
No.
I thought it said,
Oh,
yeah,
Kevin,
they're
that's
all
the
mates.
vital detail. You and Susan, I was listening
That
to
was
it
the
and
big
just missing
reveal, was
the-
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think you did have... Did you have a bit of a jig with Miranda?
Yeah, I
think you
did, yeah.
That was
yeah,
her present. That was her birthday present.
That was
Kevin.
her birthday gift.
Kevin
We
was
did a
her
bit of jive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
Sorry,
like-
not a jig. What about me? A jig. They did a jig.
Similar to a jig.
So
yeah.
what was it like being in a Richard Curtis film?
Yeah, it was. It absolutely was. And there were sort of bowls of kittens everywhere. I'm not exaggerating, am I? There were bowls of actual
loads of
kittens.
yeah.
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show with Sky.